What is up on this Whack-A-Gwenny Wednesday, where we're just gonna be whacking some slicing, some dicing, some yards? How you ninjas doing? So just pulled up at these two right here, and then I've got another one down the road. So that's gonna be 3 in this neighborhood. And grass is pretty tall. Grass is pretty tall everywhere, ninjas. Actually, yesterday we had nothing but rain, and I didn't mow at all, honestly. I was planning on doing a video yesterday, but I had a lot going on. I had the interview for the reality TV show. That's right, ninjas, you heard me. And then really, I just ended up doing some maintenance. I ended up sharpening all my blades and cleaning out all the decks, including the 36 Ferris. And you know, just got everything situated and got it ready, because I know the rest of this week is gonna be. But before I get started, I wanted to share something with you. I've been dealing with a lot of interesting things this season. So I have another customer. By the way, next up after these 3 is going to be the new property that I mentioned to you in the last video. It's the one that they're going to need a cut just this one time, and maybe, possibly, pretty sure, one more time. It's very overgrown. It was overgrown when I checked it out last week, and I'm pretty sure it's still overgrown now, even more, considering with all the rain we had yesterday. I could have gotten it first thing this morning, but I figured I'd go knock out a couple first before I get to it, give it some time to dry up. When you're dealing with an overgrown yard, it's already a mess as it is, but when you're dealing with an overgrown yard, ninjas, that's overgrown and wet, that's a whole nother category of moistness. So what I was going to tell you is I've been dealing with a lot of clients. I've been having some interesting situations with quite a few customers this season. In this situation, it was a previous customer that I've been maintaining all of last season and some the season before. Yeah, so 2 years. Well, I never heard from her this season. I texted her and I never got a reply. So I didn't think nothing of it. It is what it is. I know that, yeah, I haven't heard from her since, I'm looking at the text right now, since last July. So she cut me off early last season because she had a lot of work done around her house. Some water lines and stuff. I mean, the whole yard was tore up, so we stopped service. So that was understanding. And then she never called me back when that project got done. And then I noticed the yard was being mowed from somebody else. So, you know, it is what it is. I mean, no big deal. It's actually not the easiest yard to do anyway. And but besides the point, sometimes you'll gain some, sometimes you'll lose some. I'm not really worried about if I lose customers. You know, I would lose a customer and gain 2, you know, down the road. So it's just part of the nature of this business, ninjas. You will get to that point at some point in your business. If you're not there now, just watch. It'll happen. You'll lose 1 customer and then you'll gain 2, 3 down the road. So don't sweat it if you just lose a customer. But in this situation, since she had that project done and then noticed somebody else was mowing, it basically told me, and I already mow in the neighborhood. I have 1 yard from her house, like 2, 3 houses up or down, however you want to view it. So, you know, it just told me like maybe, and she never complained about the quality. I always made sure I did a good job. So I figured it was just trying to save some money, maybe my price. And I'm gonna be honest with you, ninjas, I don't really know what people charge in my area. You know, everybody charges differently. But I can tell you right now from past experiences, I am not the cheapest around here. Okay, I'm not. And you know, I've learned that over the course of the last few years, and I've been bumping my prices up, because the more you invest in your business, the more you upgrade equipment, the more you're purchasing a truck, you're purchasing new trailers, new mowers, new trimmers. You know, you're investing in your business. You have to, every time you invest in your business, it makes you more reliable. You know what I'm saying? So there's a price with that. But anyway, let me read this text to you. Hey Nick, it's such and such on such and such. Have a huge favor to ask of you. Do you know next time you will be doing the neighbor's yard down the road? I realize you probably have a full schedule, but was wanting to see if there was any way possible you could do mine as well. I started to walk down to talk to you last week when I saw you there, but I didn't make it before you left. This other guy, stay tuned, this other guy whom just lives a few houses up the street. Ah, she got a little neighbor to take care of her yard for 20 bucks. I don't know, but I'm guessing. This other guy who just lives a few houses up the street, is just not working out. I realize he does it on the side to his FT plus day job, whatever that is, but is not reliable, as sure you've noticed. Well, I have, because when I drove by it, even last week and the week before and the week before, I've noticed it was getting pretty bad. I've tried to be patient, but I'm trying to get my yard back in order from all the drainage work, as I just mentioned to you, that she had done last summer. And his inconsistency is only creating more work. I totally understand if you can't and have a full schedule. You were the first one that came to mind a week or two ago when I began contemplating. Please just let me know. Thanks. And by the way, your truck looks great. Nice. Thank you. Nice that she gave me a little, you know, compliment there at the end. So ninjas, what would you do? She dropped me without texting me or telling me or and no communication whatsoever after the drainage work was done to say, hey, you know, I'm going to try somebody else, or, you know, I'm going to do it myself, or I can't afford you anymore. I don't know. Maybe the drainage work really hurt her budget. I don't know. But she found a neighbor to do it, and apparently he's not reliable. You see what I'm saying, ninjas? In this business, you have to be reliable. And in order for you to be reliable, ninjas, you have to have equipment that's reliable. That's why I always told you have 2 of everything as soon as you can. You may not be able to have that right away when you start your business, but try to get to that point real quickly, because that's what's going to make you more reliable. If you just depend on one mower, one trimmer, one blower, one truck, one trailer. Okay, well, I'm currently with one truck and one trailer only. But I'm in the position where if something happened to this trailer, God forbid, let's say I get into an accident and it gets T-boned and totaled, I could go get another trailer right now, no problem. Same thing with my truck. If something happened with this truck, I would try my best to maybe get a rental real quick or something, but I could go get another truck right now. It's not a problem. I don't like to do that. I like to have them on me at all times. You know, that's why I had that Dark Knight as a backup, but I just haven't found the right truck. So anyway, and I haven't had time looking for it. And I told you ninjas in previous videos, if I don't end up getting a truck this season, it'll definitely be by next season. But you have to have those things to make you more reliable. If you're just depending on that one mower, man, and that one mower goes down and you have to take it into the shop and something major catastrophic has happened to it, what do you do, ninjas? What do you do? I guess you got to go buy another mower if you can. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, my point is, I don't want to talk your head off because blah, blah, blah. But it's all about reliability. You see, I mean, it's over and over and over the same thing that I'm being told over and over from multiple customers in this situation. It's really hard to find reliable people. So, would you take her back? Would you keep the same price if you did take her back? Or would you say, sorry, can't help you? Now look, we've mentioned it, and I've mentioned it to you, and I've talked to you in this even last video, if you watched it. Some of you loyal ninjas, I know I've watched it. I'm already pretty booked. I don't really need any more yards. But I can squeeze in a few here and there still. But look, I'm throwing premium prices out on these people. Even if I do take her back, I'm not keeping the same price. But anyway, let me know what you think, ninjas. I gotta get going. I gotta get these 2 yards knocked out. That one over there, I don't think I'm gonna do the backyard because they've got some drainage issues. Seems like a lot of houses have some drainage issues. Something with the septic, I don't know. So I gotta get to work. We'll see you at the Overgrown yard. Peace. Well, why am I saying that like it's a bye? No, it's not a bye. We'll see you in a minute. Well, a few minutes. More like an hour. But for you, it'll be in a second. I gotta go. I'm having fun today. It's actually been a good day. I just feel, I feel good. I've had plenty of sleep. I caught up on my sleep yesterday because I knew it was raining. So I didn't even wake up early, and I slept pretty good last night. So I don't know. Sleep makes a difference, man. You sleep good, you're gonna be a happy camper. Let's go. You're still here? Really? Well, thank you for hanging out. It's only been about an hour and a half, but only a second for you. So I just pulled up to this overgrown yard that I have been telling you about. I don't know how well you can see it from here or not, but it is freaking tall. And the back is taller than the front. What a surprise, right? It's always harder in the rear. Just saying. Anyway, I'm gonna go up front, knock on the door. It looks like they are home, and just tell them that I'm here and get started. And even that other side of the driveway is tall. I mean, I'm telling you, this yard is freaking overgrown. But I gave it a premium price, and they accepted it, so it is what it is. Let's go. So when I tell you this grass is tall, it is almost up to my waist. What a disaster. Wow. So always walk your property before you start mowing, just in case there's holes, stumps, things of that nature. I'm not even going over there. I'll just weed eat that. Oh, man, this is crazy. The husband just left. He just came out and he said, "Nick, really appreciate you doing this for us." I said, "Yeah, man, no problem." And he's like, "I can't find the checkbook. She told me to give you a check, but you know what? Here's just some cash." So counting them Benjamins in my hand. That's what I like. Now you're wondering how much I actually charge for this. And believe me, ninjas, when I tell you, premium prices are premium prices. And not to mention, it's just overgrown, so that's an extra upcharge. People will pay. You got to come off confident. You got to come off professional, which you are. This is what you do for a living. This is your business. And you have to know your prices. So many of you have asked me to help you. And seriously, a lot of you, several of you have messaged me and said, "Can I help you with prices?" Ninjas, I can't. I can't tell you prices because you're in a different part of the country, different area. I don't know what the prices are in your area. And so I definitely would hate to give you some advice on that. I can help you on how to quote it, but not give you any prices, because I'd hate to give you prices based on what I know, and then in your area it's way higher or way lower, and you're either going to get a job that you're not making enough money, or you're just not going to get the job because you're way over. So you just got to know your prices. But confidence, people love confidence. It's just something about it. And I know a lot of you ninjas will know what I'm talking about. So now normally I would never move anything out of the way. It's just something I don't do, but they specifically asked if I could just drag the trampoline to the side because it's already tore up. So I will go ahead and do that if I can. But normally I don't touch anything. I might make a pass in here. I gotta move this can. Just one little quick pass. And that's it, but the rest of it I'm just gonna have to weed eat. The front is done. I am gonna run this one more time on the lower level. But yeah, I'll show you the finished product, ninjas. Definitely an overgrown yard. Here's the front. Turned out pretty good, actually. So now the only thing left is to finish it off. Had to stop and get a little bottle of a sip of water, bottle of water. Hey, when I was in the backyard, somebody was hollering at me from the front. Like, it was crazy. I was like, "Nick, Nick." I'm like, who the heck is it? I thought it was one of you ninjas. I come around the corner. I don't see anybody. And then all of a sudden I hear it again. "But Nick!" I'm like, what the heck? And then I look towards my trailer. It's the 2620 screaming at me over here. And I'm like, what the heck do you want? I'm not ready for you. And she was like, I'm ready to cut some of this grass. I'm ready to slice this sunvitch. Okay, Miss SRM 2620T, getting ready to put you to work. Oh yeah, in a yard like this, always make sure you got extra string on you. Well, there she is. It's a wrap. Cleaned up really nicely. Like a whole different yard. The wife came home while I was weed eating and she stopped me before she pulled the car into the garage and she was like, "Nick?" I'm like, "Yes, hi." And she was like, "Oh my gosh, Nick, thank you so much. You have absolutely changed this yard." And she was very apologetic. She's like, "I'm so sorry that it got out of hand like this." Sometimes that happens, ninjas, you know, sometimes that's just part of life. That's why you gotta sometimes hire somebody. But anyway, I was happy to help. There you go. Money talks, BS walks. So this is the yard a few weeks ago that I just aerated and overseeded, and man, did it come in nicely. It is so thick, luscious, plush, juicy. Ooh, I'm telling you, man, this yard is phenomenal. Hey, I am actually getting ready to conclude the video because it is 6:55, 7 o'clock, and I got two more. Luckily, they're on the same street, one from the other, like 3-4 houses apart. And I'll go ahead and finish that. I'd like to get at least another one after those two, but I highly doubt it. I think I'm gonna lose daylight, and by the time I get home and upload this video for you ninjas, it's gonna be dark. So anyway, it was a great day. Thank you for joining me. I'm really surprised if you're still here watching this, because you know, I know we all have lives, but thank you for tuning in for another one. I hope you enjoyed the content, and please let me know what you think on that situation that I read that text to you in the beginning of the video with that previous customer. I actually ended up skipping that yard in that neighborhood that I have, her neighbor, today, because I'm going to do it tomorrow, because I want to see what some of you ninjas have to say in the comments. What would you do? Would you take her back? Would you not? If you did, would you change your price, which is what I am considering, and whatnot. So please let me know. Hope you enjoyed the overgrown yard, And you know, you'll come across yards like that, but if you have time to do a really good job, you can really make some good money. But you have to know your quoting, ninjas. You have to know your pricing. Don't do it for cheap. That's all I gotta say. Don't do it for cheap. And you'll always have these customers that will fire you or drop you or let you go, and then because they always think the grass is greener on the other side, right? And then they find out why you charge what you charge, and they find out what they had and they didn't appreciate, and then they try to come back to you. So I don't necessarily want to hold that against anybody, but you know, for me right now, it's really just the whole timing and scheduling. Thank you for tuning in for another Whack-A-Granny Wednesday. Hey, I haven't even gotten to my Granny yards or my Wednesday list, so I'm still knocking out Monday and Tuesday. Tomorrow I'll be finishing up Monday and Tuesday, and then getting into Wednesday, and then some of them into Thursday and Friday and Saturday. You get the point. Hope you ninjas had a good day. Thanks for tuning in. Like I said, take care.
Saving green.
And we'll see you on the next one.
Saving green.